to tell you about my sponsor, NobleBitcoin.com. Did you know that Bitcoin has surged past $12,000? Pretty remarkable. And Bloomberg says it will go up to $28,000. Some are even predicting it will make a run to $500 this year. As the pandemic shows no signs of slowing down and the country is officially in a recession, the dollar is losing its value, and we all know this. It's time to invest in currencies that are on their way up, like Bitcoin. This is so true. And if you want to know more about your options, the Noble Bitcoin team is here to help. Call them today at 877-646-5347 or go to www.noblebitcoin.com. Again, that is www.noblebitcoin.com. Thanks, guys, for listening to this ad, and I hope you enjoy the podcast. What's up? What's up? What's up? The 26th of August, and yes, I have seen that the Q map is gone. Not good, to say the least, but we continue to keep our heads down and we grind forward. That's Code Monkey might be doing some technical stuff. We don't have to assume the worst. Let's just be honest. Code Monkey, Ron could be working on the site. But just be happy you're here. Yeah. Sunny skies, good to see you too. Prayer Warrior Girl, what's up? I am feeling better. Thanks for asking. I greatly appreciate it. Savannah Sputnik says the storm is coming. The storm is here. And the revolution is here. If you see what's going on in Kenosha, Wisconsin, people being shot left and right, but do I want to talk about that here today? I doubt it. Go ahead and bring this down a little bit. I'm so stoked that each and every one of you spend your evenings with me and like-minded patriots. It's a beautiful thing. This I can promise you. A lot of evil in the world, but we take care of it on our own. And you know this. That's why we come here. BJ Haven, thank you so much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Patriot Girl Linda, I am feeling much better. B Spain, what's up, B? Good to see you. And Texas Patriot, what's up, man? Texas, no, it's probably just some, I don't know. Wait for Ron to post on Twitter and see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. Akun is still up, so I was on there earlier today. I do have some news articles to go over, a bunch more. This is a call-in show. The RNC is tonight. Who's on there? Pencil Talk. God, hasn't that been just amazing? We haven't even talked about that. Excuse me. Trumpnado sauce on that. Guys, if you are new to this channel and you've never been here before, thank you for stopping by. You have found one of the best live streams, podcasting within this movement. I can promise you that. One of the best. And this is the coziest place on our little corner of the internet. We all come together and we just support one another because it is dark out there in the outside of our doors. It can be dark, especially if you live in Kenosha, Wisconsin, or if you live in a blue state. God bless your heart. Ray J, yes, the RNC has been beautiful. Had your boy tearing up yesterday. I'm going to be honest with you. Beautiful, the best. I don't know. Just what Eric Trump said the other day. Yesterday was just absolutely heartwarming. It was beautiful. If you follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, I was doing a bit of a play-by-play as I was watching it. I was tweeting as I went, and it was just very well done. This is what I will say. It was very well done, and I'm sure they'll do great. Today and tomorrow. We're live streaming it tomorrow. Yeah, Tucker Carlson on. Tucker's been killing it too. He's been exposing the left-wing media big time. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. CJ, good day, mate. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, and Venus from Australia as well. I hope you guys are holding it down over there. I can promise you that. But anyways, Denise Bolin, what's up? Good to see you here, sweetie. Nice to see you. Yeah, I did, Aaron Brothers. It was not a Q pen. Not a Q pen. Paulette in Boston, well, you're here for the, we'll drop the phone number and everything like that so people can call in. And again, let me get this out. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. Please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so when I post live or a regular podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll get the alert and you'll be the first to know and you can come hang out with us. I also drop this link twice on Twitter and twice on Parler, so follow me on Parler as well. True Reporting 1985. Follow me on Parler. I drop the links on there because YouTube surely will not give you the notification on here. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter and on Parler. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, a lot of you have been signing up for Patreon. That is the best way to support this channel. Patreon link, which the mods will, Sunny Skies will drop in the chat. It's the best way. Best way to support this channel. There's also TRUreporting.us where you can pick up stickers. Thick ankle dog face shirts as well. Put these on your tumbler on your laptop or your car. Do whatever you want to do with them. Help support the channel. It's a great thing. It's a great cause for real news, for positivity. You're not going to find this anywhere else. You're not. But that's what we're here for. This is why we stick it out day in and day out on the front lines every day. Every day. It's a beautiful thing. Wow, Ann Hanton from Bulgaria. Whoa, that's awesome. Savannah Sputnik, thank you for doing that, sweetie. I appreciate that. Dave MC, thank you so much. And while you're at it, go ahead and smash that like button. You know we always try to get to 1,000 each and every live stream. I would greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, we can get into a little bit of news. I don't know if you check this out. We'll start with these Akun posts. These are pretty significant, if I might add. I'm gonna have to bring this down here. Wowzers. Whoop. I don't know if you can read that. Let me move my fat head out of the way. So check this out. I'll blow it up for you a little bit. So check this out. This happened last night. I think they're going in there today, but authorities in Kenosha, Wisconsin requested 750 National Guard members to assist in quelling the unrest in the city. But Governor, get this, Tony Evers rejected the White House offer to assist with the request and only provided 250 members as the night descended into chaos, leaving 2 dead and 1 more wounded. The Democrat governor, would you imagine that? Would you imagine that? The Democrat governor declared a state of emergency Tuesday following 2 nights of civil unrest, which he allows this to happen. They allow it to happen. Don't get it twisted. They allow it to happen. While he increased Wisconsin's National Guard support from 125 people to 250 soldiers, local authorities told the White House that they need to have at least 750 in anticipation of Tuesday night's protests. This is when people were shot. This is the revolution. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what 17 has told us. And it is here. You're seeing people being shot in the streets. Buy a gun, guys. Buy some ammo. And just be ready for anything. It could take place at any. I mean, who would have thought it would be a Kenosha, But I mean, this was where the Democrat National, the convention was supposed to be held. Have anything to do with that? Is this an FF? I don't know. I mean, most likely. If you want me to be honest, most likely. But again, it says here that according to White House Chief Staff Mark Meadows, a true patriot, advisor Ben Williamson, Evers declined the White House's offer to provide 500 guards needed to fill the gap. Let them burn the city down. It's just going to have to happen. It's just going to have to happen. And the violence reaching entirely different levels, leaving 2 dead and 1 wounded as the result of last night's protests. The president was on the phone with the governor today as well. Meadows said during a Tuesday appearance on Tucker Carlson tonight, he said here, we have a National Guard standing by that. If the general for the National Guard needs additional help, we are here to do it. But today that request was denied by the governor. Vote them out or continue to let them wreak havoc on your cities, your states, your counties, your towns. It's going to happen. Unless you do something about it, vote them out. On Wednesday, Evers authorized 500 members of the Wisconsin National Guard to aid local enforcement in anticipation of the escalating violence. And that's what it looks like it's going to happen. In a Tuesday statement prior to the night's deadly protest, Everett appeared to stand in solidarity with the demonstrators. Standing in solidarity with the demonstrators, not the police. Who is this guy? But acknowledged the line between peaceful assembly and what we saw last night put that individuals and families and businesses in danger. Tonight and in the days ahead, if you are going to protest, please do so peacefully and safely. It is in the Constitution that we're allowed to do this, but enough is enough. Enough is enough. That's all I can tell you. We are assessing the damage to state property, and this is going to come out of the taxpayers' money, not his money. We are assessing the damage to state property and will increasing the presence of the Wisconsin National Guard to ensure individuals can exercise their rights safely. Oh, yes, it's all about safety, right? Screw the police and, let's not worry about burning down, a family's business that's been there for 35 years, a furniture business burned to the ground. Who gives a damn, right? No, that's fine. But we're going to take care of these kids who are swinging skateboard trucks at, if you don't know what a skateboard truck is, the metal part under the skateboard. We're just bashing people's windshields in, lighting cars on fire. Let's just let that happen. That's peaceful. That's peaceful. No one's getting hurt. We're just burning down buildings. So, I totally understand. I understand this guy. I imagine if I started to actually talk like that, I would probably get uncensored if I was literally talking like that and I was being dead serious. We are assessing the damage to state property and will be increasing the presence of the Wisconsin National Guard to ensure individuals can exercise their rights safely, protect state buildings and critical infrastructure, and support first responders and firefighters. We cannot forget the reason why these protests began, but we have seen them play out over the last 2 nights, and many nights this year is the pain, anguish, and exhaustion of being black in our state and our country. Governor Tony Evers says, he said that yesterday. So again, we cannot forget the reasons this is going on, because this year there's so much pain, anguish, and exhaustion of being black in the state of and the country. Vote him out. Vote him out. That's all I can say. If there are any Wisconsinites, if I got that right, let me know. Is it Wisconsinites? Let me know. It's nuts. It is nuts what's going on in these states. It's crazy. And the Milwaukee Bucks, if you know the Milwaukee Bucks, they walked out. They said, we're done. And guess what? Nobody cares. No one cares about the NBA. They're at an all-time low. No one is watching it. No one's watching the NFL. No one's watching baseball. No one's watching any of this crap. No one's watching television. No one's watching movies. What are they watching? They're watching the news. They're watching these channels. They're researching. They were at home saying, what the hell is going on out here? I don't like this mainstream media stuff. I don't like it because they're not accurate. Hey, I live in Kenosha, Wisconsin. This isn't what happened. This isn't what happened, right? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. They're waking up. People are waking up left and right. I can promise you this. Eileen, the media is lying to us all. They've been lying. Project Mockingbird forever. For 50 years, 60 years, they've been lying straight to our faces, indoctrinating us into this propaganda, by this propaganda, lulling us to sleep. Yes, oh great one. Yes, I believe you. I believe box on the wall. Yes, feed me information. I trust you. You've never lied to me. Now I'm going to eat junk food and I'm going to eat, drink Coca-Cola and eat my McDonald's and I'm going to lull myself back to sleep. Oh, 10 years later, I have a cancerous tumor in my neck because I don't take care of myself because the box on the TV told me to do this. This is what happens day in and day out, but no longer. No longer. Things are changing. Things are happening. People are looking. People are doing what? They're beginning to question things. That doesn't look right. That doesn't make any sense. I looked this up. They lied to me. I'm done with them. You can lie so many times before we shut you out. And then who takes over? Places like True Reporting take over. We are in the forefront. We are getting into it. We are becoming the silent majority. This I can promise you. This I can promise you. It's a serious situation. I'm a little fired up if you can't tell. If you can't tell. I don't want to see this going on. I really don't. But it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I've said that. Guys, the ones who have been here, which is the majority of you guys who have been here, listen, I said from the beginning that there's no way this gets better until it's all over. Let me tell you. There are posts. I don't know if I sent it to my email. I have no idea. I need to set up the Zoom too, so let me do that. All I'm letting you know is it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I can't even imagine what is going to happen in November. I don't even know. There is no way for us to tell. I wish I had Project Looking Glass. I can promise you that. I wish I had it. Let me set this up for you guys. If you're enjoying yourselves, please go ahead and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Our goal is to get to 1,000 likes. You know this. We got a lot to go through too, and I'm gonna take calls because I want your opinion on this stuff. Because I'm about to get a little conspiratorial with you. Something that's been weighing on my mind. There we go. Whoop. There you go. If you want to call in, you most certainly can. And I'll get to you when I can get to you. All right. Can you guys see it? Hell yes. Perfect. So anyways, I do have some stuff I want to bring up, so let me minimize myself. And I definitely want us to talk about this because this is kind of bothering me. The first thing I want to talk about is this. Check this out. Bring this into the picture like sozies. And yes, I will fix it so you can see the numbers. All right, maybe not. So I'll move this over here. All right, so, and then I'll bring it back in for you, okay? So, check this out. So, China fires 2 missiles into the sea as a warning to the U.S. in huge escalation following the spy plane breach. Chinese media and regional sources, they say here, are reporting to be what appears to be the biggest provocation yet amid the months-long U.S.-China ratcheting tensions in the South China Sea. Oh, my goodness. But under this administration, I've said this many a time, under this administration, we will not go to war. There will not be boots on the ground. There will be drone strikes. That's it. We can't afford to go to war, and the president knows that. What, are you going to bankrupt us again? China launched 2 medium-range missiles into the South China Sea on Wednesday morning. A source close to the Chinese military said, sending a warning to the United States. The South China Post reports in a major breaking development, they said, that the launch is said to be in response to a major incident from Tuesday, wherein China's PLA military angrily denounced that a U.S./2 spy plane allegedly entered a no-fly zone. Wow. Off China's coast of the PLA conducted a live military drills. It was unclear exactly where the claim breach of airspace happened. However, later reports suggested that the spy plane was caught seeking to observe PLA, I'm not sure what that means, PLA drills in the Bohai Sea off China's north coast. The SCMP details further of the deeply alarming and warning missile launch city, citing unnamed Chinese military sources. One of the missiles, a DF-26B, was launched from the northwestern province of Qinghai. I guess that's how it's pronounced. I don't care. While the other, the DF-21D, lifted off from Xinjiang province in the east. Both were fired in an area southeast of Hainan province and the Parcel Islands, the source said. The landing areas within a zone that the Maritime Safety Authority said on Friday would be off limits of military exercises from Monday to Saturday. Needless to say, this, in quote, warning takes things to a whole new level. This is China's response to the potential risks brought by increasingly frequent incoming U.S. warplanes and military vessels inside the South China Sea. A military source told SCMP. China does not want the neighboring countries to misunderstand Beijing's goals. After all, following the Tuesday's incident, Beijing, in a veiled threat, said an unexpected incident could have easily resulted over the U.S. spy plane operation. This presumably means that the spy plane may have been targeted as drills could have rapidly transitioned to becoming fully operational under a perceived U.S. threat. That means we would have gone to war. That means they would have struck us. Unbelievable. This is crazy. This is crazy. But, you know, it's not for the weak of heart. This I can promise you. It's not for the weak of heart. I like how, what is it so insane is that this channel has over 200,000 subscribers and only 555 people are watching. Is that not insane? It's insane. It's crazy. Get it out there. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. I'm not going to let these numbers hold me down or make me, you know, get bummed out about it. I'm just not. It's not going to do it this time. China. Absolutely. Yeah, sunny skies. Isn't that amazing, Marsha? Isn't that crazy? That's why, well, Kenny Renfro says, notifications not going out. Check. They're not going out, but I'm dropping the links on Twitter and on Parler. So that's what you got to do. You got to follow me on there or you're never going to see them. That's just what it is. Ba 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 boop. Beep 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 beep. Sure. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. What we are witnessing right now is absolutely nutso. What is this? Did I mess this up? What is this? Why is this on here? Why am I... What? Oh, that must have been when I sent that out. I will show you this. This is some good news, folks. I think we could all use a little bit of good news, right? Check this out. So today, if you have not seen this, today, Department of Justice is requesting, the DOJ is requesting data from governors of states that issued CV orders that may have resulted in deaths of elderly nursing home residents. The hammer's coming down. Data will help inform whether the Department of Justice will initiate investigations under the Civil Rights of Institutionalized Persons Act. That is crazy. The CRIPA regarding New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan's response to CVs in public nursing homes. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. That means that the DOJ is going to look into people if they bring people out of a nursing home and then bring them back in to basically die. That's murder. That is jacking up whatever happened. Seattle should be on this list too. Not just the East Coast and Michigan. They need to throw Seattle, Washington in there as well because so many people died. Those were the numbers that kept going up. It's crazy. They allowed them to die. Remember we saw that? Cuomo killed my grandmother. Cuomo killed my mother. That really happened. He let those people die. They don't care about you or me. They really don't. It's a sad thing. But it seems like the hammer's coming down on these people, which I like. I like it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Minnesota also, absolutely. What's up, Doris Downs? Good to see you. Why is QPub down? It's probably under maintenance. Follow Code Monkey Z on Twitter and figure it out. I will show you this as well before you guys start calling in. I don't know, you may be wanting to call in now. Check this out. So who is in the Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi area where these storms are coming? All right, I'm going to let you guys listen to a video as well. And, we'll see what takes place. From Dan P. He says, just want to give you a true update on this weather weapon. There is very little moisture in this weapon. I showed you guys the thousands of sprayed trails to create the wind weapon. Now you have knowledge. Let it sink in. The government is creating a weapon to harm you. You just can't make this stuff up. It seems no one really cares until the tornado is above their house or until the flood takes away their house. So it seems like this Dan P guy is calling it out. And pretty nuts. That's probably why our numbers are a little low too, because the RNC is on at the same time I'm on. But that's okay. That's okay. If you want to just do an hour so we can watch the RNC, I mean, we can do that too. Whatever you want to do, you let me know. You let me know. All I ask is you hit that like button and follow me and hit up the Patreon. That's all I ask. So we'll take a listen to this. I have not listened to it, but apparently, from Mark Taylor, was saying that 7 out of 10 of these oil refineries off the coast are in direct line of these storms. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Natural disaster. Who's controlling these storms? Is China's deep state controlling these storms? Who's about to break down the Three Gorges Dam? Is this tit for tat? Hey, you're gonna go after our oil refineries? Are we gonna decimate your Three Gorges Dam? I don't know. Speculation. All out. All coming for me. Speculation. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know, if China is doing this to us, if the China deep state, listen, they brought CV here. That was already a weapon. Now they want to do this. Anything to change the narrative, to blanket what is going on in our nation, to, look here, not here, right? That's what they want. So if they want to cause a natural oil spill, a natural disaster like the likes we've never seen before, think BP oil spill, if this thing can do it, pray for the Gulf. Pray for the Gulf. All I can say. Also tornadoes. Yeah, tornadoes are out there as well. And, it's nuts. It's nutso. But we'll take a listen. Are they doing this to us? Are we going to take out the Three Gorges Dam? I don't know. I don't think Trump would want to do that. I mean, that's killing 300 million innocent people. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to pause this real quick and let's just take a listen to what he has to say. It could be good. It could be nothing. We'll check it out.
Good morning, everyone. Just a little update on this hurricane weather weapon. Guys, you see this hurricane sitting here. That's all the moisture that's in this wind weapon.
Oh, wow. I see.
That's insane. I wanted you to see that. Now let's go to another map. Here's your hurricane.
Sure.
It's nothing but aerosols, guys. That's all it is. I have videoed this since the beginning. Since the creation. They had thousands of aerosols being sprayed into it out off the coast of Africa. It's just insane. Now, I want to show you something else. Do you see how they have, hopefully you can see my mouse. All these next rads right here are turned down. All these are turned up. Why? Because they want that hurricane to go here.
Oh, wow.
This is the path they want it to go. Right through here. I tell you guys, it's just insane what's going on.
What was turned up?
All these are turned up. Why? Here are turned down. All these are turned up. You can see my mouse. All these next rads right here are turned down.
Next rads. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what that means. Next rads. I've never heard of that. I don't know weather very well. Next rads. Interesting. Let me know what that means. Next rads. Doppler? Is that what that is? Let me know what that is. What does that mean? No, it means radar? Okay. Thank you, Buck Swain. Next-rad is another name for Doppler, I believe. So he's saying that Doppler creates a weather phenomenon. It has something to do with that. I know a lot of people don't like Doppler radar, like it's almost like 5G type stuff. What's up, Magamofo? No, they defect it. I live in Oklahoma. They deflect it, so it pushes it in a direction. That's what we were looking at. Wow. That's pretty interesting. I'll be honest with you. That's a little interesting. Next generation. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it, bud. Doppler is a passive scanning. NextRad stands for the next generation radar. What the hell does that mean? Well, if you live in the passing of this, I don't know. I think it's a category 3 right now. Listen, just get the hell out of there. Just do your part and get out of there. You don't want to get hurt. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. I want to bring something else up to you. It's a Cat 4 now. Woo! Wow. Cecilia Farman, thank you so much for the donation on PayPal. I really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to bring this up. I got a couple more things for me to show you. And if you're enjoying your time with me, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Instead of watching the RNC, you're here with True Reporting, and that means a great deal to me. I can promise you that. All right. Got that taken care of. Boom, bang, bing, bong, bing. Predicted to be a category 5 before it hits. My God. I used to love weather. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it now. I don't trust it. I don't trust anything that the TV tells me. Nothing. Nothing. So... actually, there's another thing I wanted to show you. Besides this. So, if you're watching now, let me move my face. If you're looking at this did really well from 3 or 4 days ago. If you've seen this, just bear with me because I was just shown this. So John Cardillo, I believe, is an agent, an FBI agent, and I think he follows 17, this sort of stuff. Very respectable, and, he brings something to my attention. Brought something to a lot of people's attention, and if you haven't seen it, I'm going to show you now. He says here, guys, I despise conspiracy theories. You all know that. But if Biden's speech wasn't pre-recorded, the cop in me wants to know how his lapel pin disappeared off the same suit and watch appeared on his left arm as Harris joined him right after the acceptance speech. Okay, so we can see here the lapel. He actually has an American flag on. Unbelievable. And we can see it there. Scoot one more. All right, now we're looking at the watch. No watch. Okay, so if you go out to a nice dinner and you have a watch on, a very nice watch, you're not going to have your watch slide down. It's not going to slide down. You have your watch tight. It looks good, and especially when you have cufflinks on. A cufflink or under, a white button-up, the white button-up shirt underneath your blazer that will prevent your watch from sliding down. So what am I getting at? Right here, there's a watch. Same hand, no lapel. The lapel is gone. This is his handkerchief in his coat. But here's a watch. So what is he trying to explain to us? He's saying that if this was not, as he says, if this was not pre-recorded, then where did this stuff come from? Is it edited together? Just hear me out. Listen, let me I'm kind of reading these as well. Listen, so what I'm asking is why won't Joe Biden leave Delaware? He did not go to the Democrat National Convention. Didn't go. He's the vice president. He never leaves. The production value of the DNC was that if I went together with some film students at a local high school and created a production to be then thrown onto national television. Now remember, who's best friends with the DNC? And the left is. Hollywood is. Billions of dollars. They could have gone to an amazing set, an amazing thing, put on an amazing show for everyone, but instead they look like fools. They are not this dumb. There's no way that they are this stupid. There's no way. You can think they're stupid because, Q says these people are stupid. They're stupid. He's meaning technologically they're stupid with leaving their emails up and then, getting burner phones like the NSA can't find them, right? Tracking devices, so on and so forth. But when you have Hollywood and they are creating multi-million-dollar movies and they create this kind of DNC where it looks like it's a green screen and people are dancing, it's so bad. It's embarrassing. And there has to be something going on why we do not see these people out and about. Why can't he leave? Why are we not seeing Ellen DeGeneres? Why are sports failing right now? Why is Hollywood TV failing right now? I think that if this production value was so bad, I think the production value was directed by the White Hats. I think the White Hats are in full control. Now, you might be saying, well, Thomas, what do you mean they're in full control? We have riots going on in New York and Minneapolis and, Wisconsin, right? Everything has to be realistic. It has to be. And the majority of the stuff that happens is a wake-up call. You don't want to bring in the National Guard, your city burns to the ground. That's tough love. That's what that is. You voted these people in. Your business burns down, your cars are beaten in, people get shot. This is what has to happen for us as beings to realize that what we are being shown and what we've been indoctrinated into is not right. So, what we have got to do is wake up and realize that we cannot vote these people back in. It's tough love. They are showing us, they are exposing it. And our job is to vote them out. That's what it is. Elect someone worth a damn. So, I believe that all that we are seeing, everything that we are seeing, is completely white hat controlled. I will show you more. So just showing you this, think of the lapel, think of the watch. He does not have that on at this moment. This is an FBI cop showing us this. He despises conspiracy theories. He's letting you know that if it wasn't pre-recorded, he wants to know how his lapel pin disappeared off the same suit and watch appeared on his left arm as Harris joined him. Very strange. So check this out. We can see this. Earlier, I tweeted a concern about Biden's speech. The DNC communications got very nervous and blasted out coordinated messaging to their MSM and Team Obama-Biden operatives. The message was there were 30 reporters at the speech, yet no one has video or photo evidence proving me wrong. 30 reporters at the speech, yet no one has video or photo evidence. Okay, leaving it that. 30 people. Listen, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm almost 36 years old. If I went to see the president, which I've seen him multiple times, if I went to see the president and they were like, hey, there's a fireworks show outside, why don't you go check it out? I'd be like, you know what, I'm pretty tired of standing. I might go check it out. I mean, I've seen fireworks 500 times in my lifetime. Texas Patriot 77, thank you so much for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. 5 buckaroonies. Thank you so much. 10 minutes later, Thomas read the first paragraph. Energy burst. Next rad. I'll check that out, my friend. Thomas, read the first. It is not allowing me to click on that. Post it in the link. Post it in the chat. And thank you so much, Texas Patriot 77. I will get to that. So what I'm saying is, imagine being your age. I know we're all adults here, and somebody says, hey, there's fireworks outside. Are you going to act like this? Now remember, reporters, just listen to this and how strange it is. Communications. Reporters were told to hurry outside after Biden concluded his speech, or they risked missing the fireworks event. And they listened. Biden concluded his speech. Get the hell out of here, reporters. We don't know why. After every time that the president goes out to speak, he's bombarded with questions. He takes questions. Biden will not take questions. It's very strange. Again, I feel this is all orchestrated. All of this is orchestrated. So, hey, the speech is over. Let's watch fireworks. Look at how these people act. Look at this. Does this look natural to you? They're going to see, quote unquote, fireworks. This is all orchestrated. Grown men running out to see the fireworks, not to see Biden, to see fireworks. What are they, 6 years old? These people are not stupid. They are being coordinated and told what to do. That's what's going on. This is all orchestrated. This stinks to high heaven. And I don't know what to explain. I don't know how to explain this. But something is going on that is very weird. Something is going on. And speaking about communications. Communications, right? Let me minimize this. Bink. Bink. Check this out. A truck-sized asteroid is heading towards Earth a day before the election. We've talked about this numerous times on here 3 days ago. Now, is this communications? Is this comms? Now, you might be saying, Thomas, what are you talking about? How is this comms? Is this a message to the rest of the deep state, the rest of the liberals, the rest of all of them? Okay? The rest of them, the evil, that a fridge-sized asteroid is headed towards Earth one day before the election. I don't know how much damage this can cause. I have no idea. But it's getting closer and closer. And remember, this was like a big thing. This was like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Everything's going to happen. You know, it's the end of their world that we keep saying this. It's the end of their world. So, is this a communication that, listen, we've got to do something November 3rd or all hell breaks loose on the deep state November 3rd. Something is going to crash down. Think metaphorically, correct. An asteroid is coming down. It is going to cause a lot of damage, supposedly. It may not, I don't know. But before this was going on, we didn't know how big this thing was. Everyone's like, oh, great, an asteroid the day before the election. What are the odds? What are the odds these storms are coming in right now? I think this is communications to the deep state and to Hillary Clinton, Dogface, all of them, Obama, everybody, that if they don't do something on November 3rd to stop this election or to actually not let Biden concede, what if he doesn't concede? Just like Hillary did last year, or 2016. What if Biden doesn't concede because they do not trust the votes? I talked about this. Take this into fruition, my friends. Listen, take this, remember this. I'm letting you know. Remember this, because I surely will. And I said this in a podcast, or it was live. If we all know that they're going to try mail-in balloting fraud, that's what they're going to do, harvesting the ballots. If Biden wins this election, we all know that it's fake. But a lot of people out there don't know that it's fake. Trump knows that it's fake. He's been warning us. I'm just being speculatory right now because remember, all assets deployed. Anything goes right now. Anything leading up to November 3rd could be insane. I can't even imagine what's going to take place on leading up into November. I can't even imagine it. Now, if Biden wins, Trump stays in office. He refuses to leave. Because he knows it's fake. He's going to say, no, I do not concede. This can go either way, guys. Either way. Biden wins by cheating. Trump stays in office, says, I'm not leaving. You cheated. Who's going to believe him? Who's going to be putting out, the mainstream media is going to be putting this out. Hey, Trump won't leave. Why won't he concede? Why won't he leave his power? Because he knows that it was cheated. Thus, everyone who watches CNN, MSDNC, ABC, NBC News, CBS News, a lot of people do watch it. A lot of boomers are going to say, he's a dictator. He's not giving over the reins of his power. Now, this most certainly can happen. Now, if that takes place, and we still have the Mockingbird media pushing this, that we have a dictator in the house, what do you think's going to happen in the streets outside your house? It's going to be insane. I can tell you that. Now, I can certainly say this, because this can go the opposite way. That the left says that because of the Postal Service, that they lost the election and refused to concede their power. They refused to concede Joe Biden. They will not give up. I saw Tucker Carlson talking about this yesterday. They will not give up, and they will come at this as hard as they want to. They will not back down, because if this is their last shot, the deep state is in their death throes, and if they don't go down without doing something catastrophic or doing something that is way out of left field that we cannot imagine, I don't know what's going to take place. But all I can say is keep that in the back of your head, that any and all assets are deployed. They have already done it, and I think there is more to come. They're not giving up that easy. Again, you say, well, hey, doesn't that kind of go against what you were just saying about the white hats? No, because they have lost a lot of control. I believe that the white hats are manufacturing what we are seeing in the DNC. They're making them look like fools on that end, but there's still a China deep state. There's still, factions of the deep state around the world, though we've very much minimized that threat by a lot. But they will do anything they want to, and again, they will never win. They will never win. History is already written. But can they do this? Absolutely, they can do this. It's their free will. They're allowed to do this and to cause more havoc. But in the end, they lose, because in the end, there's proof on them that they are creating these FFs, that they are creating this havoc, that they've done this, that they worked with China, with CV, to shut down the economy, to shut down the rallies, to shut down Biden. All this stuff is going to come out about the 33,000 emails. All this stuff is going to come out about treason, Spygate. They lose in the end. But even though they lose in the end, doesn't mean that they will not go through their death throes and up until election day. They will cause as much havoc as they want to, because they know they've lost. That is what I'm trying to tell you. It's what's going to happen. And be prepared for it. Be prepared for it. I'm just letting you know. And with that being said, if there are any calls, yes, there certainly are. You can't cheat a landslide? How is that? You certainly can cheat a landslide. You can cheat a landslide because who's reporting the polls? They lost in 2016 thinking that she would win. God willing, we won. We won that. But if this is all that they have left, Lauren Tyler Moore, listen, this is all they have left before indictments, 185,000 indictments come out, before the Durham probe comes out, before all hell breaks loose, all leading up to Spygate, all leading up to the Obama administration. This is all they have. And they do, sadly, they do have the Mockingbird media on their side. So if you have CBS, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, all of them pushing it out there. Trump lost the election. Trump lost the election. Biden wins. Biden wins. Biden wins. Trump doesn't want to leave the White House because he knows it's bullcrap. They will not relinquish their reins on giving up with this narrative, and all hell breaks loose again. They are helpless. It doesn't mean that they're dead. Doesn't mean they are dead in the long run. They're dead. Everything's been, taken care of by meaning of 185,000 indictments, cleaning up the judicial system to get these criminals into a military tribunals, trial them, lock them up, execute them whenever they want. But until that day, until we get into the White House for 4 more years, I am telling you the next 3 months is about to go crazy. That's just me. I want to hear if you have a rebuttal about that, talk to me. I'm not bitching by any means. I'm just letting you know that this seems like something that they could most certainly do. And guys, before we bring in the calls, that if you want to talk about this, I really want to know what you want to think about this. Remember to mute your stream. I will call on you, and just wait for me, okay? Let's go ahead and bring in Joseph real quick. Remember to turn your mic on so we can keep going. Joseph, please go ahead and turn on your mic. Again, guys, if you have not hit that like button, I would really appreciate it if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. It is open forum when you call in, but I really want you to talk about what I just spoke on. Joseph, what's up, my man? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, my man. What's going on?
Hey, friend. I just wanted to say thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Can you turn up a little bit, Joseph, real quick? You're pretty low.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me try to fix that. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, much better. Go ahead.
Awesome. I just wanted to say, man, that you and your show, for sure, God has an anointing on you, man. There's definitely a need for this kind of awakening. All the truth that you're just pouring out there, it's helped me in my life to try to help give this information out. And I just want to take that time to just thank you for that. And also, I wanted to say that I'm praying for your situation with your family, man. I know it's got to be pretty tough,
Well, I definitely turned a quarter, Joe, and it was very hard for a long time. I couldn't have done it without actually having this platform and talking to you guys. You guys would reach out and send me just the nicest things and really, held me up. When one of us falls, we pick them up by the shoulders and we carry them to the finish line. And it was extremely tough. Does it come in waves? It does. But it's a lot better now, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your concern, and it means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you know what? There's just every single day, there is just so much stuff going on. And if it's not on the news, things are just being stirred up around my community. I live here in California.
Sure.
And there is just tons of hate going around, and also there's tons of love. It's different. I've not seen anything like this. I've grown up in California.
Very
Um,
polarized.
yeah, and to be honest, I mean, I have always been comfortable to where I'm at, except for now that I represent love, light,
Mhm.
things that building pro-life, anything that has to do with anything positive. It just seems like you're a racist. You have no idea what you're talking about, and man, it's tough.
That's
All
the
right, so
programming.
it's programming for sure, man. And it's, you know what, it's really heartbreaking to realize that it's really like a blank stare that I get through just a simple conversation about, hey, question the narrative, and people are just immediately triggered, and they will just, for whatever reason, turn it off. They just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, man, it's a serious thing, but you know what? You let be and let God. That's what you have to do. You let God take over. Do not give them your time. Do not give them your energy, because we are in a spiritual battle right now, and we need to keep our energy as high and as keep high vibrations as much as we can, because they will bring you down. They are sadly programmed to do so. They are the ones who are walking around hitting people with skateboards, burning down stuff. Look at the negativity. They are hate-filled. And that has no place for us. They are fallen. And if they wake up, God bless them. But if they do not, then they have fallen to the wayside. Sad but true. There are casualties in war, Joe. You know it. I know it. And it's a sad situation what's going on in these towns, in these cities. But that's what the Mockingbird media is there for. That's what the CA is there for. That's what the deep state is there for. That's what the devil is there for, to divide and conquer.
Absolutely.
And we are in the midst, my friend. We are in the midst right now. Remember before, we would have people carrying guns. First it went from, we're going to burn down buildings, we're going to loot, we're going to do stuff like that, we're going to beat the hell out of somebody, pummel them. No guns. Now remember the autonomous zones in Portland? We had autonomous zones where guys were standing outside being handed in AR-15s. No one shot. Now we are seeing people being shot with long rifles in neighborhoods in Wisconsin, and this is the revolution. The revolution is now. That you either, please arm yourselves before they take it away. Because they, just like when CJ calls in from Australia, they don't even have guns anymore. They took those. So, Joe, I don't know, my man. I just hope that you just got to batten down the hatches, stay strong, stay faithful to God, and just be careful where you're at, my man. Very dangerous times.
Yeah, of course. And I just wanted to say, from the time that I started getting red pilled with 9/11, I started asking questions. I mean, for me alone, things that just doesn't make sense, I question those things. And 2016, when Donald Trump called out thick ankles, it definitely had me voting for him immediately, looking into everything that was being put out there. That right there is definitely changing in California. I'm believing that it's going to turn into a red state. Regardless of the politics of it, we definitely want to stand up for what America stands for. And I'm seeing the conversations more and more about, I need a gun. I need to protect the ones who I love.
Yes.
And things are not making sense right now,
The world is very inverted, and that's what they want it to be. They want it to be inverted, but all you can do is just hold on to your faith. Hold on and believe in good, light, love. Believe in those things and ask for protection, my friend. That's all you can do. And, what you put out into the collective consciousness, whether you can be an ass or you can be a really good person, and the more that you put out, the more you get back, man. And that's what we all need to learn. When we become enlightened and we become really good people, and we acknowledge the fact that God has paved the path for us, and this is the path that we're supposed to be on, and we're supposed to witness this and experience this to make those around us who have fallen better people, and to wake those up who have not fallen better people, That is our cause. And when we do this, when we figure out that that is our cause, we can implement that onto so many other people through platforms like this, through talking on the phone, through meeting through friends, through just showing them things, because that's what it's all about when we talk about the Great Awakening.
Wow. Two things real quick. If I know that you have a lot of callers, I just want to say, first off, Jesus is King.
Yes.
And simply said. And second, I've been wanting to mention some things that my family. I grew up in a little town out here in Banning, Beaumont, California, and I actually have stories where when I was a child, we'd go to the field about a mile from my house where they would have military personnel standing at this gate at the end of the road, and we didn't understand what it was. I have family members in the military who would tell me stories, and of course as a child I didn't think about them, but the stories they would say is that there were underground tunnels leading from different cities. It's about 50 square miles that they had these bunkers, and they had pictures. They would tell me stories of how they even had creatures there, but they had a lot of trafficking with
creatures.
Yes, they had things that were between 8 and 12 feet tall in chains. They had pictures of these things, and when I brought them up as an adult, they refused to talk about it because I think they obviously seen that I was a child, an opportunity to see it as a story. But when I bring it up, they just say that this is not. I don't want to have to dig into that part of my my mental, and I respect that. I've been digging into that, and they have a thing, March Air Force Base over here, where if you look it up, there's definitely a history of that, and there used to be more. And as every year that I look into it, just to update more on it, it just disappears. They're just totally taking this stuff off. They try to make sure that no one even can look these things up themselves. But I actually grew up with kids who were going missing. One of them that was later found with his body mutilated, unfortunately, but it was so consistent, and especially in our area where also it was an Indian burial ground. So
Whoa.
it's such a spiritual and physical thing going on here.
And what is it called?
March Air Force Base.
March. Okay.
And that is just where the tunnels would lead to. But there's so many surrounding bases around here. You have 29 Palms. I'm a little shaken. I'm honestly, I thought I was gonna be able to remember everything, but honestly, it's interesting to know now as an adult. But no one likes to talk about these things, and I know for a fact, like right here in San Bernardino, California, it's just a playground for politics to just use people and to test things with when it comes to the chemicals in the food, the water, how to play around with people's living situations to test where violence is either increased or decreased. And I believe that they refuse medical healing here in this city, to where they will refuse you to even get any help here. You're on your own. And when it comes to that, I mean, you look at the Civil War, you can't feed your own children. That's what it leads to. And here it's just like every day someone's getting shot and so forth, that negativity. But definitely some dark spots in California,
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's where it's plagued almost. But I believe you guys are breaking out of it. And Joe, I appreciate the kind words, my friend, and I appreciate the loyalty. And just want to thank you for calling, my man. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, man. And I wanted to let you know that I'll be supporting you as soon as I can. This China virus kind of took me out. I'm just starting to get on my feet, but trust and believe, I'm going to support you, man. You deserve it. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm praying for your channel, man. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you for your time, too. Take care, my friend. Call back anytime.
God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless. All right, let's go ahead and take another call. Guys, if you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate. 8066, welcome to the show. 8066, welcome to the show. Still waiting on them to turn on their mic. 8066. Do your part. Lauren Tyler Moore, what do you mean you're done? Did you get upset with what I said? I hope not. Don't get triggered, please. 8066, turn your phone on. I can't do it for you. All right, we'll take another call. Kenny G. 9441, welcome to the show. 9441, welcome to the show. Am I losing my mind? Why won't this work? Nine 441, pick it up.
Hey, sorry, I messed up the unmuting part.
Okay, what's up, dude? How are you?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
I'm Dylan.
What's up, Don?
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. What's up, Dylan? How are you?
Good. Yeah, I kind of ran into something while I was on hold, but I just left. So, but I just want to tell you guys about the four horsemen and the beast from Daniel. If you guys are interested in hearing about it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So it looks like, well, I'll start with the beast. So looks like the four-headed leopard is going to be the United Arab Emirates, Israel, India, and China. The bears being Russia and the lion being America.
All right.
Then, the three-headed eagle would have been the empires. So that would have been Egypt, Rome, and then the United Nations.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I was thinking Trump is probably dividing the kingdom of the devil, and he's doing that from the lion, which might be what we were seeing in the book of Ezra, when after like two of the little wings got taken out, the lion and the eagle had the lion reproached the crap out of the eagle. But yeah, so I was thinking once Trump disappears, and apparently I'll have to get into that in a minute, but I do think Trump's going to disappear. But once that happens, basically the 1 week of the third horseman, because it's a year, a month, a week, and a day, will be like the destruction of the dollar, and it'll really be looking like the fall of Babylon. Basically, if he disappears, that beast will be able to rise. But then the first horseman, and the first is the last, we see that because the fourth one, the one that's dead but is still riding, the pale horse.
Sure.
Cain got that. He got marked, and they said that he wouldn't be able to die. So
correct.
I'm thinking, yeah. So I'm thinking the first being the last is a really big trend in the prophecy. But the first horseman will probably come out when that beast rises and slay the head of the eagle, the one that gets up. And the dragon from heaven with 7 heads, I think is going to rise at the resurrection, being the New World Order. But
I don't think we're on that timeline. I don't think we're on that timeline.
See,
I think
I gotta be honest. I don't know if families are watching or anything. It's not that bad. It's just I kind of smoked some weed before while I was on hold, and so I kind of got everything all mixed up, and that was I totally dropped the ball there.
Hey, I mean that happens, man. I mean I don't know. I don't think we're on that timeline. I think we are. I think we're on a different. I think we're in the direction of very positive experiences in the very near future. I would probably say within the next 4 years, if not the next 8 years, something magnificent is in our path, my friend.
I didn't mean to get everything all mixed up like that, because there's so much going on, and I'm only talking about the the beast from Revelation and
Uh-huh.
the horseman, but like the rest of Revelation, like the bridegroom, the Mount Olive, the separation of the wheat from the shaft, all of these things are concepts in this. The Great Awakening, like where the elect are transformed, where they undergo a transformation. That's talked about a lot in Enoch, what that actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But they're literally gonna turn into like angelic people. They're gonna seem like angels, which are kind of like holy flying ninjas. But and then the army of heaven's gonna like ride out right before everything gets really bad to protect humanity throughout all of this. Like, so if all this stuff does happen, you know, I mean, it's the good news. I was really surprised to find out how good it was, and God told me it was good news. I should have just listened to him like years ago, or like taken it further to mind. Like the courtyard of Jerusalem is open to the Gentiles for 42 months. So literally everybody who hasn't been marked or worshiping the devil, and well, not everybody. I'm not. Well, anyway, everybody who hasn't been marked since like the dawn of time, basically just like got the promise. Like at least that's when the man child's born. And when the 1200 days start, which is kind of another thing, is like Methuselah 696, 606, the number of the man. Enoch kind of told me I was Methuselah, and he was one of the two witnesses last time this happened with Noah. For 120 years they prophesied together. Before the ark left, because Methuselah died. But yeah, so I heard the thunder, and Methuselah. I mean, Enoch told me I was Methuselah, and that dude has the number of the name of the number of the beast for his name, and I kind of already knew that I had that number because like my whole birthday everything revolves around it. But in my life, but it's something I had to get to. Right. So,
well, listen, man, that is very interesting. I know I could tell you did smoke, which is fine. I do have other callers on the line. And next time you want to, call in, not be, as stoned, that'd be fucking fine.
Well, they say the least is the greatest, and like maybe it'll help some people have hope that a dumbass like me. Excuse me, I just cursed. That's like
you're fine.
But, that somebody like me would be so favored, like in the eyes of the guy. I mean, he really loves everybody. He loves his
children. Yeah, and he does. We're all God's children.
Yeah.
You're fine, my man. You call back though. Dude. Call back when you're gravy. You understand?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro. I hear you.
100%.
When I'm gravy or something.
Yeah, dude. You're doing good, my man. Talk soon. All right, let's go ahead and bring in Trucker. You figure it out? I'm hitting you up again. There you go. Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, it's Big Red. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Big Red. I'm good. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I've been a little busy. I started my side gig. Well, it's a little busy nowadays. As you know, and some of your listeners actually don't know yet, but I own a firearms store now. And things have been absolutely insane. When I say insane, I mean 4 out of 5 people that are buying stuff from me right now are first-time gun buyers. What does that tell you? People are scared to death and they're waking up.
Absolutely.
We were talking, you guys were talking about the ammo shortage, and I watched in the chat that there are people talking about it as well. And I do want to say that, yes, there is an ammo shortage, but it's because of everything that's going on. It's compiling together. So the manufacturers typically slow down between election years, but they're picking back up, obviously, but they were not anticipating, 10 times the record sales, from previous years because of everything that's going on. So that's why everything's messed up like it is right now, just industry level. But, so you were talking earlier tonight, and something that really caught my attention was November 3rd. They're talking about the asteroid and this and all the symbolism and stuff. Something that I'm starting to see in my head as a tactician. Chop and that Chaz experiment might have been a dry run for what they're going to do. What better way to get?
I agree with that.
Up in, what better way to get 45 up into the air for him to send us that message with them occupying all the major cities armed. That's what I'm seeing coming down the pipeline, because you got China, who just got busted by Department of Homeland Security in the Border Patrol in Louisville, Kentucky, with over 10,000 illegal machine gun parts for AR-15s. It was just in there on June 26th.
Wow.
In the news.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really crazy things going on. Everybody's picking up on it, and like you said earlier today, things are getting hot. There's people being killed in the streets now, like 30 minutes from Chicago. It's getting rough, folks. You got to take care of yourselves and take care of your family.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. This is going to get worse and worse. But the president has to remember, they have to call on the president to bring in the National Guard. The president can't. I mean, the president can do can send them in, but he's exposing them. This is what it's going to do. This is what he has to do. Excuse me. So this is textbook. I believe that they did the exact same thing in Ukraine. If you guys want to research that, I was speaking about that earlier with a buddy of mine about how the same thing that they're trying to do here, they were doing in Ukraine. And a lot of people were injured, a lot of casualties, and definitely try and research that. I might bring that up tomorrow. But
you're absolutely right.
Yes, this is a playbook that's been around for a long time that they try to do. So, it's, Big Red, I don't know. I think that things are going to get rough. I think it's going to get real hairy out there, and I think that we should all be aware of our surroundings and stay out of big metropolitan cities. But then you can say that, and they can look at Kenosha. This can happen anywhere, my friend. Anywhere.
Yep.
So do your part. Get a firearm. Protect your family. And don't be a sissy about it. Get a gun now.
We get them now while we can find them. I went from when I first started about 3 months ago being able to order anything I want to now we have $1.25 million of inventory on back order. Not that I paid for it, but I'm trying to just get anything. So I back ordered this and that, and literally we're going from get whatever you want to here's a gun today, tomorrow, oh, well, look, you got 2. Okay, you get 500 rounds of ammo today. It's trickling back in. People are buying weapons in alarming rates. People are getting to the point now, and you're hearing the common folk saying the same thing. I don't want to use buzzwords, but, something that happened in our country in the 1860s, I don't know how bad the YouTube is getting with flagging words lately. So
it's terrible.
But, people are saying that in the shop. They're saying, we're preparing for that, blah, 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 because they're all concerned. They're seeing the same writing on the wall. The Great Awakening is happening. As much as people want to fight and try to discredit the movement, it's happening whether people want it to or not. It's
right.
Coming.
No. Yeah, I mean, well, it's biblical. It's the timeline that we're supposed to be on. Remember, it's always the darkest before the dawn. So it's gonna get really rough out there, and for people to really wake up and not be wishy-washy about it, they're gonna have to see some dark stuff before they realize, hey, I don't want my country to be like this anymore. I'm gonna make a difference, and that's what the president is trying to do. Big Red, I really appreciate your call. I got to get to 5 more people before the end of the show. And it's really nice to hear from you, man. I hope you've been doing good.
You too, buddy. Thanks for having me on. And one thing I just want to say real quick.
Sure.
Folks, the most important weapon that you have in your arsenal is that brain of yours. Use it first before you do anything else. And with that, you guys have a wonderful night.
I love it. Thank you, Big Red. Take care, my friend. Interesting. It's very true. Let's take one more call. Another call. We got 5 people. Let's bring in Paulette from Boston. Again, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please go ahead and click that like button. Get to 1,000. I would greatly appreciate it. What's up, Paulette?
Hey, what you doing, Thomas?
Just chilling. I've been worked out this morning. I cleaned my apartment because I have Charles coming in this weekend, and been doing some research. What about you?
Okay, well, I got something coming to you.
Mhm.
I think UPS says it's supposed to be there on Saturday, but I think it might get there earlier.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to share the screen and show you what it is, but that's okay. It's going to be a surprise. And I think you're going to.
Oh
really
my
like it.
goodness, you don't have to do that.
I know. I don't do anything I don't want to do, Thomas, but
There
I
you
think
go.
you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Cool.
So anyway, I wanted to tell you that I went into Boston to the state house to do a Save Our Children march on Saturday.
Okay,
And,
cool.
Unfortunately, there wasn't a big crowd of people there. I only ran into like 3 other people. But I got to connect with some local, patriots, which is great because
Absolutely it is.
So we took each other's contact number and, we're going to try to get together. And when we do it again, then we'll have, a good network going, because that's what you do, So we all decided, hey, this wasn't a waste of time. We got to meet each other. But this is
beautiful.
the funny thing. So anyway, I had on my Trump hat and I had on my Q shirt. I had a big sign that said, save our children, WWG1, where we go one, we go all.
Yeah.
And so there was a group of people in the park. It's a beautiful day, in the Boston Common, and they were doing Tai Chi. It was like all these Asian people. It's a very zen, a very,
very
peaceful.
beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. And so, it was beautiful. And I'm looking at them and I'm walking. And all of a sudden, this old man that was doing it with them spotted me. And he stops what he's doing, starts giving me the finger, like double finger, and goes, F you, F you.
They're crazy. They're crazy, Paulette.
God. Thomas, I go, he's talking to me. And I didn't know if it was because of my Trump hat, my Q shirt, because it was right after like QAnon was becoming like, a domestic terrorist group. And I'm looking at him, you know what? I just couldn't back down. I said, you know what? F you too. How do you like that? I said, what don't you like about me? And he really wouldn't tell me what it was. But I said, oh, you don't want to save the children? Oh my God, you must be a pedophile. I'm sorry. I bent down to his level, but I am so sick and tired of not being able to respond because I'm afraid to offend somebody or whatever. But you know what, Thomas? Just like the guy, the people that are around the cities that are starting to get their guns and defend themselves, I'm not shutting my mouth anymore. I'm tired of it. I am.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll say it's not good to stoop to their level. And, once that happens to you the first time, it's understandable. But I think the next time it happens to you, I think it's better just to be like, you know what, I'm sorry you're upset. I'll pray for you that I'm sorry you are getting so upset. I am you, you are me, that it is what it is, and the best thing to do is probably ignore it. I mean, that's the thing, because whatever, you kill them with kindness is what I'm trying to say.
Usually I say, I'll pray for you, like you just said, because honestly, I'm a very spiritual person, And
Yes.
all I can say is that was the devil working that day.
100%.
But you know what? Jesus is always there for me. And he, I think he whispered in my ear and said to knock it off. So,
Sure.
I have to be reeled in sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be careful. I see these whack jobs downtown where I live, and does it get my blood boiling? Yes, I take a deep breath and I just keep walking, and that's me doing my part.
Well, I got to remember where I am too. I'm in Boston.
Sure. Good God, absolutely.
Extremely blue state. So I calmed down. We went our separate ways, and I found a nice little. It was called Beantown Pub. I don't know. There's some people here in Boston on the show that probably know what it is. But I got twin lobster for $19.99, and I had a table for one and enjoyed myself, and it was beautiful.
Good gracious, that sounds incredible.
Oh my God, it was incredibly good. But there's one other thing I want to say, and then you can get on some other callers. about what's going on in the world, I honestly believe, and this is my feeling on what is going on. We're definitely in the middle of a movie. Um, I think that we've already won,
Mhm.
but Donald is letting us see just how outrageous people are. And the more this goes on, the more ridiculous that they look and the more ridiculous things they say. And I used to get so mad and I would be on Twitter just annihilating people. But now I'm trying not to do that because I do believe that he's making it so ridiculous that people are starting to jump on our side. And I see it. I see it already.
Yep,
People
me
that are
too.
absolutely watching the Republican convention versus the Democratic convention. I mean, that that was so sad watching that. It was, it was is not even close to being as uplifting as the Republican convention is. As Donald said, they haven't said God once, not one nice thing about the country. You know what I mean? So, I just think that when this is all done, when it's all over with, Thomas, I just think that we're all going to be in a better place.
Oh, we
People are
100% will be. But remember, just like I said, you got to get through the darkest before the dawn, and it's going to be a revelation for all of us.
Yeah. And I did see what you put on Twitter that, that you haven't spoken to your family. I don't know if you saw my response to that. That, that you haven't seen your family because of, things that are going on. And, my kids are still not quite woken up yet. I mean, my daughter, I said, I want to come up and see the kids. And because I have 2 grandchildren. And she said, well, I don't really want to go out yet, because of the the coronavirus. I said, all right, Karen. I called her Karen. I called my own daughter Karen. I didn't want to, get into an argument with her, but it just broke my heart that she's still that afraid to go out and have dinner with her, her boyfriend, because the media has got people so scared. And I see it. I see people walking around with a mask on, and I don't understand. I'm like, why am I not scared? I'm just not. I just believe that this is all bullshit. And
the virus is not bull crap, but the extent of it is much so.
I didn't mean to say that it's not real. It is real. It's just that it's not spreading like they're saying that it's spreading. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I don't know. I'm in good spirits today. It's just a lot.
That's good. I'm glad you are. I mean, that's the best thing you can be.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, I've been working here and there for Starbucks, but I'm trying to just keep positive, because I just believe that God. I mean, we have to go through all this bad stuff to really appreciate the good stuff when the good stuff comes.
Oh my God, and we're gonna appreciate it so much when things change. It's gonna flip soon, Paulette. I can promise you that. It's gonna flip.
It is. I feel like it is. When they say it's, these are biblical times, these are biblical times. And I just want to give a shout out to Navy Vet and Trucker and Prayer Warrior Girl and Melissa. Shannon is, she's busy with her family tonight, and Sunny.
Yep.
Those people, and of course, Johnny. Those people are, like my new best friends, and we do Zoom at least 3 times a week. You know that. And
it's a beautiful thing.
I'm so grateful to have them. I really am. And it's because of you. Just remember that.
Well, Paulette, I do my best here for you, and I'm so glad that you met like-minded people. That's what it's about. Well, that's why I say it in the show.
I was trying to tell you, in response to Twitter, that, your blood family may not be, communicating with you right now, but you have a huge family right here on your show.
I agree with you.
Appreciate you so much, and we all love you. Everybody that loves Thomas, throw in a 1-7. Watch.
I love it. I love it, Paulette, and I love you too, and I love everyone who really supports this channel, and really is the loyalty goes so far, and I acknowledge it. I notice it. I know the same names, and just know that it means a ton to me that the same people return day in and day out for so long. It's a beautiful thing. It's a really nice thing. And I appreciate the kind words, Paulette. I really mean that.
Yes. Okay. Well, I love you and I love our audience and everybody that's connected with the show. So
Absolutely.
everybody keep your heads up. Jesus loves you and God always wins.
Absolutely, Paulette. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right.
Thank you, sweetie. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Paulette, everybody. Let's go ahead and bring in another caller. Very sweet. She's such a sweetie pie. 5681. 5681, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, 5681. Are you there? Unmute your phone. 5681. 5681. Unmute your phone. Unmute your phone. 5681. Do you hear my voice? Unmute your phone. Unmute your phone. All right, we're going to take another one then. 8744, welcome to the show. 8744, welcome to the show. Unmute your phones, gentlemen or ladies, so we can continue on with the show. Let's bring in another guy then. Let's go ahead and bring in 0075. 0075, welcome to the show. Is anyone listening?
Hey, can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up? 0075, welcome to the show, my man. What's your name?
Thanks. This is Mountain Lion calling from Colorado.
Hey, Mountain Lion. What's up, man?
Well, I haven't been able to hear what you've been talking about because I've been on hold, but has anyone discussed what George Papadopoulos tweeted recently?
Oh, I do have that text. Yes, I do have that in my... if we're going to be talking about the same thing, about the October surprise?
Yeah, and he said also in right after that, fear is a tool to control you.
Correct.
Not fear. The best is yet to come.
Yes, he says here, I'm looking at it on my phone right now, fear is the tool to control you. Do not fear. The best is yet to come. The reset has begun. September and October surprises. We are in the midst of a transition from dependence to independence. A country that led from behind to a country that now has the virtues of the republic and the power of the empire. Possibilities transform now into actualities that have set the course of this American century. Beautiful words, my friend. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. And have you had a look at post number 34 recently?
Tell me. I have not.
It's the Q17 Clearance Patriot. It's the pretty pivotal one where it discusses the protests, so to speak, that are taking place right now.
Oh, yeah, I talked about that in the podcast yesterday.
Okay, yeah. Being organized in serious numbers in an effort to prevent the arrest and capture of more senior public officials.
Yes.
And then we're told a state of temporary military control of the action. So I'm kind of going to throw out my little assumption that we might be seeing a lockdown, a new financial rollout, and that's kind of also connected to the lack of coins. Maybe coins are getting withdrawn, and we're going to see a little bit of a, about the Chase Bank in Canada last August for giving all of their Canadian customers their credit card debt?
Yes. Unbelievable.
My guess is that was an introduction and getting it started, and perhaps under this lockdown, that might be what takes place before the election. Just a guess with a tweet like that from Papadopoulos. I'm guessing he knows something.
Could be. I mean, he is an insider. We'll see what happens. A lot of the stuff that they do talk about, some of it does come to fruition in some way, shape, or form. But again, as I've been saying, that anything can happen between today and November 4th. anything, keep your eyes peeled, man.
For sure. Yeah, thanks for being a general in the information war there.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for the kind words. I like that.
God bless you, brother. All right.
God bless you too, man. Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Mountain Lion checking in with us. I'll try 8744 one more time. 8744. I think you have to unmute by hitting 6-star. I guess I saw somebody say that in the chat. Was it? We can take another call though. 7045. 7045. Welcome to the show. Is Zoom just messing up, or is it on? I mean, I don't think it's on my end, but I'll wait. And I'll go ahead and add this person too, and then we'll just pick it up. 5681, what's up? 5681, can you hear my voice? I'm going to give you one more check. One more.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
This is Brett Collins. We are Rise. How we doing, sir? District 21.
Brett, I'm doing good, my man.
How you doing? I'm sorry about that. I didn't star 6 to open that up, so
It's okay.
I was locked out. So great dichotomy to break down early on in the show, breaking down the left and the right, what's going to happen with the election, whether it's this or that, the other thing. And I think when you really break it down between the next 2 months, because we got 4 or 5 days left of this month, depending on the post, I don't know what's going to happen in that sense, but I have a feeling that going back to the last president, the Ingersoll book, I'd have to say there's not going to be an election. I
agree with you.
I'm hedging my bets on that. I had the discussion with this 3 days ago with somebody similar like this, kind of came at me with that kind of viewpoint. And my point is this. I'm concerned that I don't believe that we're going to get it because it's going to become so nuts, so crazy after Labor Day, and then going into the latter month of October, according to a certain post, according to a certain date, someone might be popped on a 3-year delta. I don't know. I'm just second guessing, but I'm really concerned that I just don't see it happening because if the
You're talking about you don't see that the election will be happening?
I believe that I don't think it's going to go through. I don't. I just don't see it. Yeah,
what takes place of it then?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think the tweet, the storm is here now, and he goes away before that time frame, and the election takes place after that or a later date, or it's postponed? Because I'm looking at it this way, because if you go back to Project Camelot, when Bill Wood was talking about Looking Glass, and then you had Andrew Bajago talking about, the yellow cube and all that and stuff, and where we are in a timeline and how it's kind of split, and we're moving to a direction where everything is now open-ended. We're creating a new destiny.
Yes.
And I get that point. And that's what I think the last president's about, because it's an unwritten ending to a future we have not held yet. So if they know a certain point up to that timeline, which is that date, which would be 11/3 or 11/4, everything after that is unwritten. So what I'm saying is, going back to using those viewpoints and then certain posts are putting out, say a certain person was arrested on October 30th on that 3-year delta.
Yes.
And SHIT goes, and everybody goes crazy.
Yes.
Do you really think we're going to have an election in 5 days from there? Or what, the 31st, 4 days from there? I mean, no way. I think it'll be nuts. It'll be even more crazy.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Yes, I agree with you. I think these major cities, if you're in a major city, brace for it.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm saying is, what I'm concerned is that I don't know where I don't see the election happening. I personally don't. I believe
a couple of my buddies feel the same as you.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of people. Dave talked about it today about something similar to that. He didn't go that far, but he says that probably after Labor Day and then up until the end of October, there could be a freeze on stuff. And he mentioned something tomorrow about saving the children
You talking about X-22?
Happening tomorrow. Yeah, he mentioned something today about something's going to happen tomorrow, Thursday at 1:00 with Operation Left Behind or No Child Left Behind, something like that. What I'm saying is, if all these things are going to break with the next several weeks, and everything comes to a crescendo, like everything that how is happening now is multiplied by 10, how can you possibly have an election unless the Insurrection Act is signed, martial law is imposed,
Correct.
and then he backs away from everything, and then he could freeze the election? I mean, because if he signs that, if you read the Insurrection Act, and if you read what it says in the martial law, he could cancel the election if it gets so crazy. And there you go. There's that unlisted on that one chapter in Ingersoll's book, The Last President, which is unwritten. If you read the last 4 lines and it says, what does it say? It says to the point where it's unknown. There's no direction in that. So, I mean, how crazy is, you know what the funniest thing is? When I bought that and I was reading that, I was like, man, there's just got to be. And then you go back to Project Camelot and listen to Bill Wood, and then you hear about Andrew talking about it. It has to fill in the gap. There has to be a gap. There has to be something had to take place in order for someone to go back there to write that book, to put it where we are today. Because if the timeline is narrowing into a future that it's unwritten,
I agree.
There's a 40-year life. Is that crazy?
No, it's not. I don't find. I mean, it's crazy. Like it's exciting. It's crazy in the aspect of it's exciting. It's crazy in the aspect of fear almost, because we fear the unknown. But I believe that we are it's just time to get prepared, get ready, because it's going to happen here in the next 3 months. We're at 68 days and counting.
No, I agree, and I just think that after Labor Day and then going into this point of October 30th, look, if we're going to pin those dates that were been told to us, if we're going to pin those dates on a 2 or 3 year delta, we have to watch those movements, because that's the only thing we really have to go by. I mean, other than that, there's not going to be anything else. I mean, what they put out today, you know, and talking about the DNC and how it's satanic, we already got that. You know, we already get to this point. I just think that people have to stay off the streets, okay? Because the 17-year-old kid in Kenosha, that, you know, whether he was right or wrong, shooting people, you don't want to even be in a situation like that.
No.
So I think that you're right. So I think at this point, if you're arming yourself, it's probably best you should be indoors protecting your home and your family, and not outdoors, you know, protecting someone else's business. You know, I mean, I get it, but that's great. But that's not your job. Okay. That's why you have the National Guard, and that's why you pay taxes for the police. I'm looking at this standpoint is that if you count all the stuff that we're seeing right now in all these states and all these cities that are out there, because the great one just put it out on Parler, and he put it out and he just doubled down on every city, every state, named all the governors and stuff like that. And he was saying, ask yourself, are these people going to be there after the election? Because half of them are up for re-election, almost more than half of them. And so I'm thinking to myself, if more than half of them, especially that Wisconsin governor, Tom Evers, because he was elected the same year President Trump was elected. It's a 4-year term. You think he's going to be there? And then he's pushing back on that? How about the one from Michigan? How about that nut job? Okay. How about the one from California, Newsom? How about that nut job? They're all up for re-election. Are they all up for re-election simultaneously? Or they're all up for re-election, not for re-election, but to be arrested? I mean, how crazy is that? If you go,
exactly. I know. We're watching a movie, bro. Like there is a high percentage that re-election, or are they being thrown into cuffs for what they've done? We all know watching it. I don't think California was in that executive order, but we're talking Pennsylvania, Michigan, New York, New Jersey about letting these elderly go back into these COVID-ridden nursing homes. Something will come of that. That's murder. My man, I do have to let you go. I got 2 more calls if they pick up.
I got you. Read the last chapter of Ingersoll's book.
I certainly will. I read it a couple years ago. I need to check it back out again. The last chapter, I will definitely read it.
It's awesome. You'll be like, oh, this is happening right now.
I love it, man.
Later, bro.
All right, man. Later, buddy. Great call. We're going to take, if you guys want to hang on, 7045. If you can hear my voice, please answer the phone. If you can't, then you can't. And that's completely fine as well. We'll try this person as well. Guys, if you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. We got 5 minutes left in the show. Hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And thanks for sticking by. I know the RNC is on right now, so I appreciate you choosing that over them, or you're watching it at the same time. It means a lot to me, and I genuinely mean that. Thank you. The other person hung up just now. 8744. We're gonna have to check back with you next time. Sorry, but I don't know. Maybe Zoom has switched it up. I think it's *6 to answer, but it is whatever. But either way. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I really genuinely mean that. If you really want to support this channel and keep this channel afloat, it has been demonetized. Patreon is the way to go. We have 250 people that support the channel. I would really like to get that up to 300 people to support the channel. It's $9.99 once a month. I'm sure you can I'm sure that you could come up with a way to figure that out and to support real news, to support positivity, to support a platform that you are more than welcome to share any thought that comes across your mind on. Remember, this is always open forum, and your boy works really hard for you, so I'm just letting you know that we are in this together. My platform is your platform. Sunny Skies just dropped the link if you want to do that. But again, we have 250 Patreons. Let's try to get to 300. That would be a beautiful thing. I know you guys will eventually do it because you're so loyal and you believe in what I do, and I believe in you guys as well. Again, please subscribe. Please, please, please follow me on Twitter @TrueReporting, and follow me on Parler @TrueReporting1985. I drop the links to these live streams and podcasts twice a day. So that you should get the notification. I can promise you that you will get the notification on Parler. So I thank each and every one of you for the kind words. Thanks to the mods that showed up today. Christina Love, Sunny Skies. I know, who else jumped in there? Buck Swain jumped in for a minute. So thanks to each and every one of you who called in, everyone who left a like. I really greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday evening. Tomorrow we will try our best to stream the RNC, and hopefully we'll have a good time doing that. Just follow me on Twitter so I can keep you up to date with what I'm doing, and I will talk to you guys very soon. God bless each and every one of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and we'll talk soon. God bless you. Bye-bye. Guys, if you found what you just watched informative and you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to the True Reporting family today. There are many ways to support this channel, like our Patreon link, our PayPal link, and our TrueReporting.us official website link in the description box below. Join the True Reporting family today and be a part of history, because where we go one, we go all.